back today with another video, another story at that. And I just want to say hello to all my new subscribers. Welcome. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. And don't forget to leave a like and a comment. And for those of you who have been rocking with me from the beginning, welcome back and sit back and listen to this story. Hello, back. Let's get into it. So I met my then boyfriend. I was 15 and he was 16. He was a year older than me. We met at a party. He asked my number and I gave it to him. This was my first ever relationship, just to let you guys know. So I was giddy when a guy asked me for my number, and he was cute, you know what I mean? So I gave it to him and all that jazz, and everything was cool. We became a couple, we started dating. After dating a couple months in, he got arrested for, I don't know what he got arrested for, but he was in there for maybe like 2 months, which wasn't bad. I was able to like hold it down because like it was just 2 months, and I was able to talk to him and everything. So it wasn't like I was not hearing from him, so it was fine. I just felt like he wasn't here. After like 2 years of dating, he got rearrested again, and that's when it was longer for because he was of age to be sentenced as an adult. Nothing serious, like it wasn't like he murdered anyone or like robbed anybody. I can't even remember why he went in that time, but it wasn't something serious. I think he stayed in for like a year. But yeah, that one wasn't like how before, where I was able to talk to him and message him and stuff. This one was like jail. If you know the Don jail, you know the jail. I remember always going to go visit him on the weekends, which wasn't cool at all. I fucking hated it. Like thinking back on it now, it's just like I hated it. I hated having to go bus downtown, and I had to pay a convenience store that was nearby to hold my phone. I think they had, like, that's what they had running. And I just want to give a quick shout out to Comfort, because she came to majority of the visits, because I always asked her if she can come with me. I hated going by myself, and she always agreed. She never said no. So shout out to her. We would have to give up our phones to the convenience store. I think we had to pay like $2. I think it was $2 for them to hold it for the remaining of time you have there. And like Comfort's a hairstylist, sometimes she would have scissors in her bag, and we would have to like literally dig a hole in the ground by the jail's place to hide her scissors in there, because of her scissors to cut hair and stuff. Like it was just a mess. Like I hated it. Like sometimes when you'll go down there and then like jail visits will be canceled, and it's like, bro, like I just wasted $2 for you to hold my phone for 5 seconds, and then having to go back home from down to, ugh, my God. Just wasn't it. But I was 15 at the time. I really liked my boyfriend at that time, so I was like a rider. I was like riding till the wheels fell off, literally. So a couple of months, like a couple of years, I think we were dating for like 2 years when he got rearrested. Not too sure. I can't remember what it was about, but everything was fine. You know, I was visiting him. I was sending him canteen, and like, yeah, whatever. My mom used to fucking hate when I would do that. Like, oh my god. Anyways, yeah. So whenever I would talk to him, it would be through a three-way. So it would usually be from his friends or his friends' girlfriends, who would three-way for me to talk to him. So I didn't really question anything about it. Even when I would go visit him, sometimes the visits would be like, I think he would have got 2 visits a week. So sometimes the visits would be like taken, and I didn't really think anything too much about it. I thought it was maybe the friends who would visit him, so I didn't really get mad or anything. So I thought. I remember his day vividly. I remember I was coming home from school, and we had a conversation. We're talking. Everything was fine. Everything was cool. We were cool. Like, conversation was fine. He called me back, and we had a conversation. This time he had attitude. I didn't get where the attitude was coming from. I was kind of confused because we just came off the phone and everything was Gucci and everything was fine. I think the argument was about, I think he just found anything to argue about, because to be honest, I did not do anything wrong in the relationship. I visited him as much as I can. I helped out as much as I can. So when he tried to pick an argument about visits, I was like, okay, this doesn't make sense, but okay. And yeah, we were arguing, whatever. And then some girl, the three-way person, she was a girl, she said something. I forgot what she said, but it was something like as if she was annoyed I was arguing with my man. At first I thought maybe it was just one of the guy's girlfriends were mad because why are we arguing, and maybe she had me on speaker. Because usually you have the phone on speaker but on mute so that you can hear when to hang up and stuff, right? So I thought maybe she was just annoyed that we're arguing. So I didn't even want to argue because I didn't want anyone thinking like what's wrong with these gay people, like, you know what I mean? But she said something and it was not an annoyance to us arguing. I think she said something like, no, he said bye because he was gonna hang up, and she was like, yeah. And I'm just like, okay. Like, I legit didn't think anything of it. I just thought she was just annoyed that we were arguing. So whatever the case may be, he calls back and he comes with more attitude. So I ended up stepping outside from my house because I didn't want anyone in my family hearing me argue. So I stepped outside and I was confused as to why he was giving me so much attitude. And then I wanted to know who that girl was because why she said yeah so strong. So she come on the phone and she was like, don't worry, no. Okay, whatever. And then I'm just like, what? Like, so confused. And then she was telling him, like, say it. So I guess maybe they had a conversation before he called back. So I was like, say what? Like, what are you talking about? Like, I was so confused because this was my first relationship. So I didn't think about cheating. Like, that didn't even cross my mind. Like, I've never, like, this is my first relationship. So cheating wasn't even in my vocabulary. So I was so confused what was going on. I was like just confused. So she would just like say it. And I guess he didn't want to say it. Obviously he didn't want to say it, but she kind of like kept saying it. So I'm just like, say what? Like, you have something to say it. Like, I don't understand. Like, we're not kids. Like, say what to say. He didn't want to say it, so she said it for him. I think she had I kind of feel like she broke up. She broke us. I think she broke us up. Yeah, I think she broke us up. I don't know, because I think that was the last conversation. Excuse me. That was the last conversation I had with him. Like, so I think she kind of broke us up. So whatever the case may be, I'm just like, yo, what the hell? Who's this girl? I don't understand. So you are talking to other girls in there, which was kind of mind-boggling because how do you even link up with people from inside the bin? I don't understand. Like, this is like I said, my first relationship, my first time ever dating someone who was in the bin. So I'm kind of confused as to how you can even fall for somebody who you never met on road before. Kind of confusing, whatever. If it fits for you, it fits for you. If it's for you, it's for you. But I was confused because how did he even find her? How did he even link up or anything? So whatever the case may be, I was just like, okay, this is weird. Anyways, I was just confused because I was just like, wow, like this guy found girls from the bin. Like, how does that even work? But okay. So I remember this is when Facebook was popping, and I had Facebook, and a mutual friend of ours messaged me. I don't even know how she knew about me and her. Kind of weird. I don't know, whatever. So she messages me and she was like, oh, what's going on between me and her friend? And I'm just like, what the hell? Like, that's your friend? Like, she just gave me attitude about my man, da-da-da-da-da. Then she's like, oh, that's not your, like, I heard that's her man. And I'm just like, no, sweetie, that's my man. Like, what? Like, oh, they've been together for a minute now. What? So I'm just like confused. Like, what's like, huh? How? So I asked her, how did she meet him? Like, how did she meet him? And I think she met him through who she was fucking with. I don't know, it's just making my head hurt right now. Whatever the case may be, they met through a friend, and that's how they became a couple. So I asked her, was she fucking with him while he was on road? And she said no. And I was confused because I was just like, how? You met somebody from the bin and that's now your man? Come on, man. Come on. Whatever case may be, I did not let that get to me. Like, I didn't cry or anything because, like, to be quite honest, you're in jail. Like, you can't even, like, I can't even touch you. So I ended up just, like, moving on, kind of. And I remember her coming on Facebook one time, and she started threatening me. Yeah. She started threatening me. She told me she's gonna break my neck. She's gonna break my jaw. When she sees me on site, she's gonna fight me. And I was quite confused because you don't even know this guy from a can of paint. And why do you wanna fight me? I don't even wanna fight. I didn't even wanna fight over a man. I don't fight over no dude. That's one thing I do not do. When I fight for my dude, yes. When I fight over a dude, no. So I was just kind of confused, whatever. But she was threatening me really, really hard. And the one thing I don't understand is why you threatening me. So I ain't no punk, first of all. So I went to school because my friend, the mutual friend we have, is from Rexdale. So I went to school. in Rexdale. And I asked all the guys that I grew up with from Rexdale if they knew who this girl was. And they did know her. And they're just saying, like, you know, she's soft. Don't worry about her. She's this and that, and this. I'm not going to repeat what they said. So I'm just like, nah. She threatened me. So she's going to break my neck. She's going to break my jaw. So I need to know where she's at. So whatever the case may be, so like maybe a couple weeks went by and I went to this restaurant, Dallas. If you know Dallas, you know Dallas. So I went to Dallas. It was like later in the evening, like it was like maybe 7 o'clock. I remember because it was dark outside kind of. And I went to go buy me a poutine with extra cheese, extra gravy. And I seen one of our, like my friends, like I've seen a friend of mine, not the same girl, but I seen a friend of mine who was at the restaurant, and guess who walks in? Yeah. She didn't see me, but I saw her. I had my hoodie on and I took it off, and I was just looking at her because I wanted her to see me because she told me she was gonna break my jaw and she was gonna step on my neck. So I took my hoodie off and I kept looking at her, but she wasn't looking at me. So I don't know if she did it on purpose. No, she didn't do it on purpose. No, she didn't. Because you know why? When my friend said my name, she turned her neck. And she looked at me and I'm just like, looking at her. I'm just looking at her. She's not doing anything. So I'm kind of confused because you told me you're gonna break my neck and step on my jaw. I mean, do it. I'm not gonna come and I want to say one thing. I'm not saying I'm a She-Hulk like my brother says. I'm not saying I'm the like baddest fighter out here. But if you're gonna carry on with a threat, I'm assuming you're gonna do it. At the end of the day, no one's gonna talk to me like I'm a punk. I mean, I've never lost a battle, but I'm just saying you're not gonna talk to me like I'm a punk. So I was just like, why she's not doing anything? And on top of that, if you're from Rexdale, you know what it is. Like people like have so much more than they always do what they do. So she ended up like, she was looking at me and I was just looking at her and I'm just like, I guess she's not gonna do anything. Okay, she left and that was just it. I just started laughing because it's just like embarrassing, so embarrassing. Like, sis. Anyways, I get home and I get a message on Facebook. Like, that's how we communicated. And you get probably like, why are you even talking to her? Like, da-da-da-da. But you know, obviously when someone's responding, like someone messages you, you're gonna respond back. Come on, let's not be fake. And that's not a lie. But yeah, she responded to me and she was like, is that you? And I'm just like, girl, come on. Girl, you heard my name. You knew that was me. Why you lying? So I was like, yeah, that was me. Don't act like you didn't know it was me. What happened to you stepping on my neck and breaking my jaw? Then she was just like, I guess I don't know if like she was just thinking while she was eating her food that what she was doing was nonsense and that she finally saw me. She probably thought she was never gonna see me, but she did. And then she was like, oh, honestly, like I'm not gonna fight for no guy. I don't even know him like that. Okay. All right. So me, one thing about me is, one, I don't stay mad for long. Two, I don't fight over a man. And three, if you come with some sense, we can be peaceful. And she came with some sense and we were peaceful. And she apologized and accepted it because for me, it's like, I'm not gonna have, like I'm not walking around with the, like a header saying like I'm not walking around knowing that me and you are beefing over a man. Like that's just, no. And at this time, like I said, I moved on talking to somebody else, well, dating somebody else. So, okay, not quote unquote, because I don't want them to see this and think I was dissing. But so at this time, I already moved on. I was dating somebody else. So it wasn't really like a beef thing. I didn't really care too much. So we apologized. I didn't apologize to her because I didn't do anything wrong, but she apologized to me. We accepted it, and she ended up, like, I guess she moved on. Later down the years, I found that she got married, which is congratulations to her. And when my ex new man, like my ex now, that was he ended up, like, he came out the bin, and we ended up picking up where we left off. And like, he's like, when you come home from the bin, you get everything that you had in there. And I seen the letters that she sent to him, and I understand, like, I kind of see where she like started to like him, because he was giving her the same energy back. And I don't look at her like she's a sighting or like a homewrecker or anything. My nigga should have been the one to hold it down for me, but hey, so be it. I get it. Maybe you get lonely in there and you can't have just one person, and you need a constant like communication and being around people. But he was wrong for what he did, and I don't hold no ill intentions towards any of them. I mean, I guess you want to chuck it off to saying he was young, which is whatever, but we're gonna say that anyways. But I accepted her apology, and everything was Gucci. We ended up dating for another year or two. Then he went back in the bin again, and that was it for me. I ended up moving on, and that's when I met my baby father. And I never went back. So that's my story. So thank you all for listening to my story. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And don't forget to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend to subscribe to my video and watch it.